And this is Phil Michel here on Wolverine Radio with some special guests today, some members of the cast of the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee here with me. All of these kids that are here with me right now are actually from the Griswold or Plainfield area, which is what our radio station pretty much targets primarily, so some of these names might even sound familiar to you. So go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Hello, my name is Elijah Perry, and I play Vice Principal Panch.
Hi, my name is Taylor Schmier, and I am a random smeller / Jesus.
Hi, I'm Alexis Robbins, and I play Marcy Park.
Hi, I'm Michaela Grimaldi, and I play a speller.
Hey, I'm Katerina Bromkamp, and I play Olive Ostrovsky.
Thank you. Yeah, lots of special people today. As I said, they're all playing they're all playing very interesting characters, that's for sure. And while we're talking about characters, I do want to go to Elijah first as a person who has played several characters in the past here at Griswold High School for several shows. Elijah, what is this character like compared to characters that you've played in the past, and how do you feel about this one compared to those other ones?
Yeah, so the character I'm playing in this show is, it compares similarly to the characters I've played in past Griswold shows in the sense that it's sort of an authority figure, someone who's in charge. Past roles I've played at Griswold High School have been Professor Porter, for example, in Tarzan, the dad in Footloose, the Reverend Shaw. So yeah, it compares in that way, but it differs in the respect that this character is much more cynical and out of place at the spelling bee, and definitely much more of an angry disposition.
Thank you, Elijah. I think it's great to have a perspective such as Elijah's as a person who's done the shows here for several years, but now I want to hand this off to two people who actually are just getting into theater and just pretty much starting their high school careers off, Taylor and Katerina, who are both going into their sophomore years, if I'm correct. Is that right, Katerina?
Yeah, it is. So Taylor and I are both going to our sophomore year here at GHS, but it actually isn't my first theater production that I've been in. I've done The Little Mermaid here. I was one of the Merr sisters. I played Adela, but I did some theater before that as well. I've done a couple shows at the Bradley, and I was also in Broadway Live Productions' Les Miserables back in 2014. So I have done a couple theater shows outside of this, but yes, I am going to my sophomore year.
Taylor, what's it like to be working with people who are like way older than you, such as Elijah and myself, who are pretty much old men at this point, and to be working with someone like Katerina, who's in the same grade as you?
Well, I mean, Katerina and I have been friends since like 6th grade, so I think working with her is so much fun because we're best friends and we get to joke about anything together. And working with people like Phil and Elijah and Cassie, I think that it gives me someone to look up to who's had more theater experience than me if I have like a question. And they're really funny, and they just like take me in under their wing, and they treat me like one of them, and I feel like that's really special.
It's funny because everyone listening right now, for people who are listening right now, you can't see all the things that are going on behind the scenes. We have Elijah over here making little noises and making little hand gestures, and we have Katerina over here making heart symbols with her hands and fingers to Taylor as she's trying to talk. Just so poor Taylor over there. Good job, Taylor, for holding it there. And there we go. A round of applause is in order. As I was saying, there is a whole new dimension to this because not only do we have different age ranges here, but we also have people from different schools. We have a couple people from Plainfield, as I said at the beginning of the interview. So, Alexis, why don't you tell me what it's like to be working with people from Griswold and from Woodstock Academy, along with people from Plainfield, such as you and Michaela?
It's really cool to be working with people from different towns because during the musicals in the school year, we would go watch each other. So I'm working with people that I've seen on stage before, and I think that's really cool because I used to look up to them, and we used to talk about how good they were, and it's cool that I get to work with them now. So.
And Michaela, what's that like for you? What's your take on that?
I love it because it's such a unique opportunity to be able to work with all this amazing talent that's just all around from Woodstock, Griswold, you got Plainfield. It's just really amazing because I get to feed off of like all of their energy and stuff like that when I'm acting, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah.
Thank you, Michaela. Now, I did say that we had a lot of cast members here, but we do also have one more special guest with us here. Not necessarily a cast member, but just as important, equally as important. This right here is Cole Baccarelli. Cole, why don't you tell everybody what you do for the show, what you're bringing to the table?
Well, I'm overseeing all the technical procedures for the show. I am my official definition of my job is a stage manager. So when it comes down to it, the directors rely on me to make sure everybody is on task and then and everything is going swell. Take the pressure off the directors, and make everyone's lives easier, pretty much.
And it's I'll tell you what, Mr. Churchill certainly appreciates that, as does Natalie, the director of this. But once I just want to do one more thing. I want to go around the table here, and I want to ask you guys one question, and you all are going to be able to answer it. Of course, people at the end of the table are going to have a little bit more time to think about it. But Elijah, you seem pretty good at thinking of up answers on the spot, so I think I'll start with you. I want you to tell everybody listening right now why they should buy tickets to go see the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee here at Griswold High School.
I think the people listening should come see the show because for a number of reasons. One, I think first and foremost, it is a collection of local talent, and local in the sense of Eastern Connecticut. And the people that you will see on stage, and also off stage, the whole company, the cast and the crew, are very talented, and it is a very funny production. And I think the second... we don't have to rank the reasons chronologically, but another reason at least why you should come see the show is because the organization that is sponsoring the show is trying to do something very beneficial for the region, in the sense that it is trying to culturally revitalize Eastern Connecticut in however large a part as it can. And this year, in the summer specifically, that sort of cultural rejuvenation, revitalization is taking form in the show that we are in, and we hope that you come out and support us and support the organization.
Taylor?
I think you should come see the show because, first of all, it's a really funny show. Like, when I first was watching other versions on YouTube and listening to the soundtrack and reading through the scripts, the show itself is really funny, and there are so many jokes in it that a lot of people would understand. Maybe not little kids, but teenagers and adults. And along with what Elijah said, ECPAA is a great organization that's just bringing youthful talent to the stage.
Alexis?
I think you should come see it because it is a funny show, but also it's mainly student-run. It's all college-age and high school students, and it's the first time anything like that's been done around here, and I think that's really important to support young talent, trying to bring it back to the community.
All right, and how about you, Michaela?
I'm going to have to agree with everybody else when they talk about the talent, just because it's not every day you get to see this much talent from a group of local people. And ECPAA is just such a great organization. They always put on different types of workshops. They do summer shows, and it's just a really great organization to be a part of, and you should come and support that.
Katerina?
So I think you should definitely come see the show because it is, first of all, downright hilarious. Honestly, when I'm on stage, I have such a hard time keeping a straight face because it is so funny, and I crack up every time. But also, on top of that, though, like Alexis said, it is really a collection of young talent from around the Connecticut and Eastern Connecticut specifically, and I think that's really important to be able to support that as well, like she said. And it's also just a really great play, and it's great to see all these characters who each have their own different quirks and their own little personalities, and it's really fun to see that come to life on stage.
And now for the big man himself. All right, Cole, let's see what you got to say about this.
I believe what we're doing here this year is completely unique compared to anything that's been done in this auditorium maybe the past 20 years or so. Being involved for all the years I have been, we really haven't put together something like this before, and it's just something new to come and see, and definitely support the town. We're doing great things with ECPAA, and we have even future dreams to revitalize talent and the arts here in Eastern Connecticut.
Well, there you have it. That is, again, some representatives of the ECPAA and some cast members and crew members of the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. And, again, the answers to all of their answers to the last question, why you guys should come and see the show, all of which were great answers. They hit multiple different points. Again, the local talent was something that I heard said multiple times. Very great point. Everyone here is bringing something very unique and very special to the table. They brought up the fact that the ECPAA is a great organization in the sense that it is good for the local talent by giving them an opportunity to go on stage and put something together by themselves in a student-run kind of structure. And then Cole, I think, brought up an excellent point at the end by saying that it's a very unique show, something that we haven't really done here in the past 20 years, and something that I think will be special. So hopefully you guys come on down to Griswold High School for Friday and Saturday night, or one of which one or the other. And come see the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. You guys can get your tickets at the door. And if you are quick enough, you can still get them online at ECPAA.org. And again, that's ECPAA.org. Feel free to bookmark that site and check out any other future events or future shows or future classes that they may be running in the future. Thank you, guys.